See, this is what you get when you come for the queen. Also, Savannah is still annoying. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? All right, we are back, Survivor fans. We are back. We are back. I don't want this video to be too long. If I can't get it into 10 minutes, I'm going to do two parts for TikTok, and the full video you will be able to view it on YouTube because I took a lot of notes, so I'm expecting this to go over 10 minutes. So unfortunately, this may be my first two-parter video because the premiere was 3 hours long and it was just so much going on. I can't believe that Survivor has been on for 25 years and I have been watching since season one. I was just having this discussion with my best friend and she was like, "You've been watching that show from the beginning?" I was like, "Yes, I have been here from the beginning," and just celebrating 50 seasons. Like, it was just so exciting. So let's dive right in. We're not going to waste any more time. So we have 24 players, 3 tribes. And what I noticed and I thought about just after watching is like there's no Boston Rob, there's no Tony. I was also surprised that they didn't invite Wendell back. I don't know if they invited them or what, but I haven't seen anything about Wendell or Rob or Tony. But I those are the 3 players that I immediately thought, and Parvati. But I feel like maybe people would immediately try to vote them out, like they tried to vote Suri out. Which brings me to this point, like Jeff pointing out in front of everybody when they first got to the island, like how iconic Suri is. I felt like kind of put a little bit of target on her back just from there as well. I didn't like that. I mean, I understand and I appreciated him doing that, but I felt like that did not help her game at all. So we know this season is in the hands of the fans, and y'all, I didn't vote for nothing because I'm busy and I'm just tired and busy. But y'all have been voting, and what y'all been doing? Because I feel like y'all was up to no good. Listen, the old is here. Like when I saw Ozzy, like the old, it doesn't matter. That's what I call like aging. The old comes for us all, even the great and mighty Ozzy, and not just Ozzy, but all of the other older players. Like the old is going to get you your back. Ozzy was like his back, and I was like, I feel you, Ozzy, because my back be showing out almost every other day. But that's just a random fact I want to point out. So we see a version of Exile Island that is back, and Coach, Ozzy, and Q were the players that were able to go there this time. And basically, when they first announced the challenge, I was like, this is really a challenge for Ozzy, like this setup. And but he underestimated the throw and having to, like I said, the old. And Coach was like, I ain't making no promises. Like, and I didn't blame Coach. Like, I wouldn't. This is Survivor 50. Like, so we see Coach basically stole the win and he was able to get supplies for his tribe. And we thought that Ozzy and Q were going to leave empty handed, but lo and behold and lo, there is a twist. So they had to negotiate some things, and what ended up happening was, and I wrote it down because y'all know my memory. So Ozzy ended up having an extra vote, and Q had the supplies. So Ozzy gave up the tribe supplies for his vote, which I think was smart of him because he's trying to play more social and strategic this time. He said he wants to be called Oscar, and he doesn't want to just be looked at as just someone who is a provider, but also getting in there and being more social, being more strategic, which I think is a good thing. But I just don't think that Ozzy is good at that. I think if he partners with Suri, she may cut him down the line, but the partnership that he is building with Suri, now I think that's beneficial. So we get to the first immunity challenge of the season. And when I saw what task Sari was designated to do, I was like, why would y'all put her to do this? This isn't a good thing for her to do. Did she volunteer? I was like, this isn't good. And immediately I was right because she ended up costing her tribe that loss. So 2 tribes won immunity, and then of course Sari's tribe has to go to tribal council. And I don't even remember Jenna, and she's coming for Sari, girl. We don't even remember you like that. But the tribe even considered, I think they considered Cirie. They even started to consider Ozzy as well, which I was immediately upset. Like, I just felt so bad for both of them because I feel like they have, because they're so legendary and so iconic, that they have that target on them. And I want to see them at least make the merger at least, right? But end up going to tribal council, and no, the tribes had their backs, and Jenna, first season and first one out of Survivor 50, girl. Peace. But wait, there's even more episode. Now, for the people that are 40 and over, I know we were struggling. It took me like 2 days to get through this, but we got more episode. So Genevieve ends up finding the Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol. So this is brand new. So the way that this works is she has to send it up to somebody on a different tribe, and if they get voted out, the idol then boomerangs and comes back to her. So she decides that Oz to send it to Ozzy, hoping that because he is a big target, that he probably would be getting out pretty soon. Which I strategically I see that as a good move, but she has no idea of how things are going on the other tribes. So this really is a gamble. And the thing with this idol is that Ozzy can only use it on himself, so he can't use it on to save someone else, unfortunately. So next we see a boat trip. And again, this guy Kobe, is his name Kobe or Kobe, whatever it is, he immediately just rubbed me the wrong way. He might be a good guy, but it's just something about him just is giving smug and arrogant, and I don't know. So Savannah, Kobe, and Mike go on this boat trip, and immediately when they get there, they have to only two people are allowed to play, and I think I was getting sleepy at that time because I don't know if I think they pulled rocks, but Mike ended up just going back, and so then Savannah and Colby end up doing this stacking challenge, and basically what they think at this moment, what both of them think, is that they're just playing to keep their vote. So if you lose your vote. If you win, you keep your vote. This is what they know at the current moment, and Savannah ends up winning because Kobe, he stacks it and then it falls when it's his turn. But hold on, the fans are at it again and it's not over. So as Savannah is getting on her boat, she gets a note and it says that she won a secret block of vote. Another thing I noticed watching this long 3 hour premiere, there was so many commercials. Like, they had to pay for this, and they paid for it because, my God, there was a lot of commercials. And at the end of this, we see Kyle, and I didn't mention earlier that he injured himself in the challenge, which was it broke my heart to see that, because I know how badly these players wanted to participate in this season 50 of Survivor, but he hurt himself doing the challenge, and so the doctors come back to their island to check on him, and they do an ultrasound, and they see that he indeed tore his Achilles tendon, I believe. So if he stayed, he would have injured himself permanently. So they decided to pull him from the game, and yeah, that sucks. But I did see an update on Instagram, and Cal has fully recovered. He had surgery. He wasn't able to walk for like 2 months, but he is fully recovered. And I believe he's expecting a child, if I can remember what I saw. But yeah, I'm just glad, Kyle, that you fully recovered. And hopefully they'll bring you back for another all-star season. All right, that was a lot, but let me know if you watched the season 50 premiere of Survivor. What are your thoughts? Who are the front runners according to you? I'm still Team Cirie over here. I also like Tiffany. Right now, those are just the two of my favorites at the current moment. So I'll update y'all every week if that changes. So again, let's talk in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.